Good morning. Are you in a 20 group? Well, many of you are, and you see great benefit. You get great benefit from being in those groups. Camaraderie, plus shop owners and managers get to share things that have worked for them. Could be shop management systems, coaching programs, marketing, whatever it is, process, procedure, policy, things they've implemented. So let's say you see the results that shop got and you say, boy, I want that. So you implement the same thing, but you don't get the results that shop got. Why? Why does that happen? Could be a whole host of things. Could be the market, if it's marketing. Could be the employee oversight, the culture, the coaching that went into onboarding that particular change in your shop management system, whatever it is. There is a way for you to make things better inside your own shop without any input from anyone. Now, you continue to get that great input because it matters. The way you build better versions of everything inside your shop is using this philosophy, and that is, if it ain't broke, break it anyway. So the cliched version of that statement is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What does that mean? It means, hey, it's working great. Don't mess up. Don't screw with a good thing. The truth is that some of the things that any shop has in place that feel safe and secure, that shop may be holding itself hostage to because of that sense of familiarity. It's much easier to go along with it than to change, which can be very scary. How do you break it and rebuild it? Here's two examples that I think are really powerful. The first is how we share with the customer manufactured required services by mileage. Very typical, and we coach this too, that comes at the end of the presentation to the customer. Pre-existing issue first, then safety concerns, and then performance issues and concerns. Those services are typically, in terms of the selling percentage, are sold at a lower percentage, even though they're just as important, you and I know that, as any service that car needs. What if, instead of setting your service advisor up for a certain level of failure on the way we present, what if instead you created a subscription-based service for manufactured required services only? So you create the list of what those services are. You get to call the shots on this. The customer joins a club. This subscription-based service, they pay a set amount every month. And those services are plotted out on a calendar, specificity for the next year. It creates predictability for the customer and for you, steady stream of revenue. Now you've got to think through the math on that. What do you need to charge that customer, right? You work through those numbers, but you can come up with a number that is palpable for that customer that they will pay every month. It's a credit card, it gets charged. Then you set up scheduling of services through texting, through email, through phone call, whatever it is. You can offer free pickup and delivery. It's a perfect opportunity as part of their subscription service, where you're going and getting the car, bringing it in, having the service performed, and getting it back. Some of you, I know I've talked to, have used some level of subscription services. I think this is a powerful way to not only create constant predictable revenue and a constant safe environment for the customer who knows these concerns are being addressed, but it also eliminates in large part the service advisor presenting them at the end of the presentation. You can increase, in other words, your selling percentage with this subscription-based service. Another way that you can sort of break something and rebuild it inside your shop is how we look at fleet work. Typical, traditional, we look for businesses, manufacturing, could be the city that has multiple vehicles. You're looking for those that have at least 2 or 3 company cars, and you say, listen, we're going to come get them, we'll work on them, and typically it's at a reduced rate. Okay. Sometimes that can be very difficult, a lot of challenge. What if instead, or to augment it, you looked at office complexes or malls or any place where lots of people congregate? Speaking of congregation, churches, tremendous opportunity. And you approach them in much the same way as you would approach typical traditional fleet work. Go to the office managers, the owners inside those complexes where there may be 200, 300, 400 people employed. You arrange for this and you get everybody on board, which you can. You get two businesses inside there on board, you can get the others. Hey, we got business A and B. We'd love to get you on board business C. Or if the whole thing is just an insurance company, that becomes much more easy. You can offer free pickup and delivery. They're all in the same place. It creates revenue. And you can apply the subscription-based manufacturer's required services based upon mileage to that same idea of reimagining fleet work. I was a broadcaster for 20 years, radio, television. I was a writer. I produced commercials. I had to constantly rebuild, destroy the creative. It wasn't just one take, Johnny, and you're done. It takes sometimes dozens, sometimes hundreds of takes. Stanley Kubrick, the late great director, would sometimes shoot the same scene 300 times looking for a better version. Don't be afraid to change things. Break what's there and rebuild something better. Try it. Do it for 30 days, 60 days. Great example is this video. It's taken me 12 takes to get this take. I could have used takes 10 or 11. I just didn't like them as well. I knew I could do better, and I think I have. I'd love to know what you think about that. Please leave your comments below this post. If you want to use any of these things that I've shared with you, or maybe you've done some your own breaking and rebuilding, I'd love to hear about your success and possible failures in that regard. But don't quit. Keep looking at everything inside your shop as an opportunity to break it and rebuild it in a better way. I so appreciate you watching today's Biosphere Toolbox video, and thank you so much for working so hard to continue to build something better together.